Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is a review for 90 Day Fiance the other way. Okay? Not this way, the other way. I didn't even know the show was on. I was thinking about reviewing it anyway, but I caught it online early because it's not supposed to be on until like June 3rd, but it was like an hour worth of it on demand or whatever, so we gonna do it. Okay, so it's 90 Day Fiance the other way. The other way. And all that stuff. Anyway, if you've not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and mug on my whole J Bird. Okay, and all that good shit. Do not forget to be an active J Bird though. Watch other videos, okay? Be active. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, but also hit that like button. Just hit it like this, like and making sure it's blue and all that stuff. So there was like 5 couples on this particular episode. We're going to start with Paul and Karine, majorly because I know this couple because I watched them on 90 Day Fiance, whatever the last thing was. I didn't watch when they first met, but I watched when he went back to her and stuff. So theirs was really easy. Like, we didn't see much. Paul is 35, Karine like 20. I think she like 18. Man, she was like 18, 19, 20. She was young, okay? And now he is back in the States. He's back in Kentucky or whatever, but he's planning to go visit Karine in Brazil, in her little country, her little town in Brazil where she lives. But right now he's in Kentucky. He's working on a farm, shoveling horse shit. Okay, he's making money because they need money. The reason he came back, I think, in the first place, was one, his visa ran out and the money ran out because she ain't got no job. Okay, she doesn't work. Okay, so he making money on the little ranch or whatever because they having a baby. So they kind of catch us up to what happened with them, how they met. He went and visited her. They fell in love. He then went back to visit her again, and they got married. Even there was a whole bunch of bullcrap going on. But then she got mad at him after they got married, and she wanted a divorce. Then kind of find out, oh, she was pregnant. Oh, you're pregnant? Let's be together. Okay? And they're going to be together. Then a few months later, she had a miscarriage. So, it was a whole thing. He said the miscarriage brought them closer. So he then had to come back to the States because, again, they ran out of money. You need the money, okay? They ran out of money, so he came back to work a little bit because he can't get a visa with in her country. And then we then found out when he was back about a month after he had been gone, she found out she was pregnant. And then he said, I want a DNA test. And I mean, you never should ask your wife for a DNA test. I mean, unless y'all just got married on 90 Day Fiance and you've been gone for a whole month and she says she's pregnant. I mean, I don't think that's the craziest thing to ask for, just to be sure. I mean, you should maybe wait till the baby's born a little bit and then just like swap the baby mouth on the slot tip. Get your little DNA test from Walgreens for like $35. I don't know how much that costs, but however much that costs at Walgreens or CVS or Rite Aid or whatever little convenience store y'all have in y'all city, y'all town, your country. Okay, get that, swab the mouth, and see if it's your baby. I mean, you maybe shouldn't ask her that on national television on the reunion show, no. But I mean, you just wonder. You wonder what is going on. Okay, so she's now currently pregnant. She's about 27 weeks along. But again, he's here, she's there, and he's like, so he's missed basically the whole pregnancy up until now. And he's like, we're waiting on her visa stuff to be approved or whatever. I also applied for me to get a visa so that so that if she doesn't get one to come here, I can at least go there and I can work. He says, like, I don't want to move to her little town in Brazil. I don't want to do that, okay? But, I want to be with my wife and my baby. And, I mean, he didn't like it there. I mean, it was hot. It was expensive because they didn't have much money. He had, like, a penis pillow because he was like, I don't want to be in the water. And some the alien bug climbed up my urethra and my penis. So he had like a penis swimming trunk condom thing on his penis when he was in the water. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying? He was walking around with bulletproof vests and stuff on. I'm like, man, look, okay, this kind of fucked down. But that's all we hear with them. So they will be on this season. Okay? And then next up, these are people who I don't know who they are. So let's chat. So first we have up is Jenny. Jenny is 60 years old. Okay? Jenny is 60 years old and she is moving to India to be with her man. Okay? Now Jenny has 3 daughters, she has 4 grandchildren, and she currently lives with one of her daughters. And she's there packing up to move to India in about 2 weeks when she wants to marry the love of her life. She brings up how she has to pack very light. Okay, she's going to take about 2 suitcases of stuff, mainly because a lot of her clothes she can't take because in India she has to dress, modestly. She can't have she can't have her shoulders out or whatever. She can't have none of that. She got to be covered up, and if her shoulders are out, she has to have like a shawl. So most of her clothes that are like spaghetti strap stuff, she can't take it with her. Okay, her shoulders have to be covered. Okay, let's get you some kimonos. I got tons of kimonos in my house. Just ordered 3 of them today. Anyway, so she said it's gonna be a whole change for her to move to India to meet the love of her life. So she brings up how she was married for 15 years, but unfortunately, he left her for some other woman, and she thought her life was over. Okay, she thought she would not find love again. She said she was on Facebook one day, and someone sent her a friend request, and it was the love of her life. And what was his name? His name was Michael Jones. Okay, I'm like, Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones? I've been wondering what Mike Jones being all this time. We don't hear from Mike Jones no more. Mike Jones, if you don't know who that is, then you're young. Anyway, this is Mike Jones. He's 25 years old, and this is who sent her friend request and who she was going to marry and stuff like that, and who she wants to move to India to be with. First of all, Mike Jones sexy as fuck. Okay, let's put that out there. And this isn't even the best photo of him. I picked this one because his nipples was out. And I'm just like, I'm going to get y'all some nipple cam. Anyway, so YouTube don't block my page. But, so, they had been talking for a few months or whatever. So she's packing. And she's like, excuse my background, y'all. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, I'm cleaning out my closet. I'm like getting rid of, I cleaned out a whole bunch of my closet, so I have stuff that I have to, do things with. So I'm like, why she got clothes over there and clothes over there and the bag back there? I'm bagging shit up and donating, and I'm selling stuff on Poshmark. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Dresses with tags on them, clothes with tags on them. I shop too goddamn much. Anyway, girl, get back on track. So she was with her daughter packing up or whatever, and I can't believe Mama moved to India. And I'm like, for him, I might. Well, no, I won't. I wouldn't. He had to come here. So she then said there's something about Mike Jones that my daughters don't know, so let me tell y'all what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She then say, after her and Mike Jones had been talking for a while, and she cared for him and he cared for her, he admitted to her he catfished her. Okay, he admitted that ain't me in them pictures. Okay, he admitted my name ain't Mike Jones. Who Mike Jones? No, his name is Sumit. Okay, and Sumit lives in India. So this is who she had actually been talking to the whole time. And she say, she was just, it was just, girl. And they're like, so he catfished you? She's like, yeah, basically, I guess so. Yeah, he used another picture, and it wasn't him. And you still like him and want to be with him? Yeah, we love each other. Like, I love him and he loves me. You know what I'm saying? He said he felt like he had to use someone else's picture because I wouldn't want to talk to him if I knew he was Indian. And I was like, but he's cute. He's a nice looking Indian man. Okay? Just saying. And she said, so they video chatted, so she was actually able to see who he was, and it was him. So she had used her regular picture. He just did not use his. So he knew what he was getting the whole time. She did not know what she was getting. So when they video chatted or whatever, She said, "You're cute. You're cuter than the other picture." I said, "I don't know about that now. I mean, he different cute. He's still cute, but he not, let's not pull straws." Anyway, so, she brings up how, um, she's now moving to India because, again, they care for one another. He wants to be with her, and she wants to be with him. And I said, okay, you know. So she brings up how she's moving to India. We see she got her passport and her visa in the mail, and she's so happy. She quit her job, and she's going to the bank to discuss with the banking people if she can survive in India on her savings, and like what she would have to do. So she get there and she talking to the bank like, "Yeah, I'm moving to India. I have a boy. I'm going to get married there. I plan on just staying there and not coming back or whatever. My man is 30, blah, 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 blah. So with the money in my savings, like how long could I survive in India?" And I don't know how the money transfers in India to American or whatever, but he said about 6 months, about 6 months. But he also said in his confessional, with the little bit of money she has in her bank, I don't know how she think that she gonna survive. He said the money she has in her bank can barely buy her a car here. I said, oh, so the transfer of money rate must be different over there, because if she can't afford to buy a car here, but she can afford to live for 6 months there, I mean, that means she has a couple thousand, a few thousand, maybe a couple of, I don't know, honey. It's 6 months worth of money. So he said, if I was her friend, I would tell her, "Molly, you in danger, girl. Don't do it. Because you can't afford it, Molly. You can't afford it, okay?" So, but he like, it's up to you. You would have to figure things out. She brings up her 401k. He's like, you would still have a good 6 to 9 months between your savings and your 401k. She then, so, I was told I can apply for Social Security before I leave. That will go to my bank account. And like, couldn't I use that? He said, well, if you give up your citizenship and if you move to India permanently, I don't think you would continue to get Social Security here because you're no longer a U.S. citizen. And I'm like, that's a good ass question. If I worked my whole life and at the end of the day I wanted to retire somewhere else, I should still get my money. I should still get my money no matter where I am in the world. Okay, as long as I have a good ass bank account in America and a P.O. box, bitch, I should get all my ducats. But I digress. Anyway, for her, she said, well, I need to get to India, get me a visa, get me a working visa so that I can get a job and I can afford to live there. Look, my thing is, I'm not leaving this country to go to India to get a job. And, I mean, I just don't want to do it. And, Sumit, who lives in India, he a call center rep. Probably for Comcast. Every time I call Comcast and somebody say, oh, I'm not going to do the accent. I'm not going to do it. But what I'm saying is they do have a lot of call center jobs over there. Because whenever I call AT&T, when I call DTE, when I call Comcast, when I call any customer service, okay, when I call Blue Cross Blue Shield, when I call Blue Care Network, when I call United Health, when I call any call center, when I'm aware calling these insurance companies, these businesses, it's always, someone else on the phone. They sometimes sound like me, sometimes not. So I'm not gonna say that. So she can go over there and get an offer job, I guess. So honey, I guess. So we will see what's gonna happen with, Jenny, no longer Mike Jones, Jenny and Summit. And Summit, who Summit? What she gonna do with Summit? Okay, I'm on one right now, y'all. Next up, we have and Tiffany and Ronald. So this is Tiffany. Isn't she pretty? I love her hair color. They're a little purple, like reddish, burgundy-ish type of undertone. It was really, really cute. Her makeup is nice because she's a makeup artist, okay? She is 27 years old. She's a makeup artist. She has an 8-year-old son. She lives with her mom and her baby sister. And, she does up here living. She brings up how, she did not know she was pregnant with her son 8 years ago because she did not gain any weight. She did not have any pregnancy symptoms. She didn't, nothing. She just, one day she had some bad stomach cramps and she had to go to the ER because she thought she was dying. And they said, ma'am, you are dilated to 10. You having a whole baby. And she was 18 years old. And her mama assumed that she was a virgin. Her mama was thinking her daughter was a virgin to mama becoming a grandmama. Okay, so now she got a whole baby. She's like, her son was a great blessing to her life. Her and the son daddy was together. They are not anymore. Well, I guess so. If you moving, because she's moving to South Africa to be with her man. Okay, I said, oh, isn't that nice? Anyway, she brings up how the man she's marrying, his name is Ronald. This is Ronald. And Ronald is 27 years old. And again, he lives in South Africa. And, she brings up how she was there visiting or something or whatever. They met at like a club and they were like hanging out, had a good little time. He like took us to some cliff. It was all magical and wonderful, rainbows and flying carpets and, Cinderella slippers. I don't know, all the good shit that goes along with falling in love. I remember falling in love. Anyway, so she said she left because, of course, she doesn't live there. But she said something told her to go back and fight for her love. Okay, to fight for it, to get out on a limb and just go. I say you can't do that sometimes. You got a whole kid in these states. So she said 6 months after she met him, she went back to visit him. And when she went back to visit him, he proposed to her. And now in 2 weeks, she's going to South Africa to be married to Ronald. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she then brings up, but there's something about Ronald that people don't know. And now I'm like, I wonder what could it be? What could it be? We do see her out there dress shopping with her mom. Her mom is kind of against her going to get married solely because the mom can't go. The mom says her mom is sick, and again the mom has a daughter too. The mom's daughter, who was Tiffany's sister, looks younger than Tiffany's child. So, what I'm saying? The mom, like, this isn't a good time for me to go, So the mom was kind of like, my baby's going to get married to this strange man in South Africa, and she wants to leave and be there. Like, it's just a lot going on. The mom isn't fully on board for it, But she gets tries on some dresses, and she looks nice or whatever. And, but she's still holding back something. And I'm like, girl, what's going on? And the mama dude's like, you should I wish I can go. Tiffany said, if I wait for everyone else to be ready and available for me to get married, I would never get married. I say, girl, ain't that the truth? Wrong person. Girl, ain't that the truth? Anyway, so from there, we see the producers talking to Ronald, and it says 7 months earlier. So this is him 7 months ago. Okay. And, they're asking, like, what can you tell us about your record? I said, his record? Oh, he's a criminal. Oh, he's a smooth criminal. Well, maybe not so smooth because he got caught. He says, oh, I had a gambling addiction. Oh, did you now? He says, I would borrow money from people and gamble. Or I would get money and gamble. I would then gamble and I would lose big. He says, so I would have steal stuff and pawn it for money to go gamble. I said, oh, you was one of them gamblers. Okay. Meaning he didn't have his own money. Like, he would get money from other people to gamble with, lose it, and then steal their shit. So he says, I was still here, I was still there, I was still everywhere. He says, I was still from my mom and pawn stuff. He says, at one point, my mom would go on vacation. My mom went on vacation. She came home. Her house was empty because I had pawned and sold all her shit to gamble. I say, you did what? Fool, what? You did what? When he said he would steal stuff, I thought he meant like he would steal stuff maybe the mom didn't notice and he would sell it so she didn't know. When he said he sold all his mom's shit and she came home to an empty house because he had sold all her shit and pawned it, I said, how do you pawn a whole house? Like, does someone come with, like who buys couches? I guess resale shops buy couches. But I'm like, he sold her whole house? He said she came back to an empty house, y'all. I was like, girl, this is crazy. He says, so. He said she came home to an empty house because I stole all the stuff. I said, you was an addict. A whole addict. He then says, so I was in jail. My mom had me arrested for robbing her, okay, for burglary. He then said I was also arrested for drinking and driving and for speeding. He said, so, there's all kind of stuff here, there, and everywhere. And then it says 1 month after this interview, he relapsed. and he had to go to he entered rehab. I'm like, okay, so he's in rehab, and this is what he looks like now. So I will say, I put this down here. I will say, okay, you do see a difference. He do look mentally healthier on the bottom picture. Because when I seen the top picture, I said, is he on drugs? He gotta be on drugs because he looked a little high and he sounded a little bit too high strong. I'm like, is he gambling and smoking crack? Like, which one is going on? But the bottom picture, I'm like, okay, he does. He looks better. He looks mentally healthy. Okay, so he has been in a Christian-based rehab center for the past 6 months, and he's gotten himself together. He know everything. He can do everything he can through Christ Jesus that strengthens him. I say, come through with the word. Come through with the word. Okay. So he brings up how, he hit rock bottom. It was just the worst times for him, and he had to get himself together. But he is better now and stronger now with our Lord and Savior. So he says that he's gonna be getting out of rehab soon, and he know how Tiffany is like really, really hoping for him to get his visa and he can come to the States and they can be together here too. He's like, with my criminal history, like I doubt very seriously that I'm able to get in the States because I have a whole history. He's a whole burglar. He's a whole burglar and a drunk driver and a speeding ticket. No, his ass will stay there. Okay, so he brings up how because he know he can possibly not get it approved for a visa for him to come here. She gonna have to go to Africa, and that's why she's moving to Africa. So her secret must be the reason she's moving to Africa is because her future husband, current fiance, is a whole you know um what's that called? Jailbird people. I can't think of the name of it. Prisoners. He not because he's free. Not because he's. Well, I guess ex-con. I can't think of the word right now, y'all. And it's 2 a.m. So just forgive me, but y'all know what I mean. He's a whole jail person or whatever. You so dumb, Jay Lee. Don't judge me. It's late. Anyway, so the last couple that we see that they showed, at least on this episode, because I think this is like a teaser episode. So I'm like, we could see more couples later on. Y'all know 90 Day Fiance is good for having 18 goddamn go couples on one season, one show. It'd be team too much. But here we have Corey and Evelin. Evelyn's name was spelled Evelin. I'm like, I don't like it without the Y. But anyway, so Corey is 32 years old, and he is from a Mormon family. He lives on a family compound. He said with his parents, grandparents, aunt, uncle, siblings, and cousins. I'm like, y'all really must live on a whole That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Okay, he is the oldest of 6 children, and they all have their own little houses. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Say what you want in the comment section. So we see that he's selling his car. He's getting rid of all of his stuff because he will be moving to Ecuador with his fiance girlfriend Evelin. Okay, now they're gonna be leaving in a few weeks. Well, at least he's leaving in a few weeks because she is in the States right now. She's been in the States for the past 6 months on a tourist visa. However, her tourist visa is going to be up. Now, she is 26. I feel like she's an old-looking 26. I feel like she looks my age. She looks like she could be 37. She don't look 26 to me. But she could have just had a hard life. I don't know. Because some pictures, she do look younger. So maybe she's just having a hard time in his Mormon town. I'm not sure. Anyway, so he's going back to Ecuador with her because she's going back because her visa is up. So we see them shopping for clothes. And not clothes for her, not clothes for him. They're shopping for clothes for her family. Her mama, her grandmama, her cousin. I'm like, he got to buy for the whole family? All of them? All that? Okay. And they end up spending about almost $800 on the clothes. I'm like, and that's a lot considering the place looks to be like a secondhand type store, but I digress. Anyway, so he met her while he was like backpacking, in Ecuador or whatever. He was over there backpacking and with friends and vacationing. And, they end up, sending running into each other. And, he was like, she's gorgeous and I want to be with her forever. You know what I'm saying? She did say how he is fun, he's yummy, he's respectful, and he's loving. I said, oh, okay. So, he brings up how when he went to her actual like town that's in Ecuador, she's like, he like, it's a whole third world country type of place. Like it's pigs and hogs just walking around the streets. It's a lot of mud everywhere. Like it's a real third world country where she lives. Like it's not even the beautifulness of Ecuador where I met her at. Like she lived in like a whole like Charlotte's Web, place. Like the farm with mud and animals, and they showed pigs like walking down the street, just roaming free. Be free. I'm like, okay. Anyway, so he's like, it's a lot for him to have to give up where he lives now to move to Ecuador with her. He then brings up some things because, like, the cost of living in Ecuador versus the cost of living here is different. He says, I gave her $30,000 to invest in properties there. I gave her $6,000 for a car, and I gave her $2,000 to invest in a cocktail bar there. And I was like, the fuck? So he's giving her roughly 40 grand because he said I gave her 40 grand. So we know 2,000 went somewhere else. He just didn't say where. Okay. So he brings up how, she really expects me to be the provider because that's just a part of how she was raised. And, I thought me bringing her here, she would see the American dream and how great it is here and she want to stay. He's like, in a backfire. She came here and she hates it. Like she wants to just go back to her country with her people, her family, her friends, and that's it. Okay, that's it. I came to dance and that's it. She came to see the sights and go home. That's it. So, she says how it was really hard for her here in the States and how, she just missed her home, her family, her houses, not her houses, her house. She just missed life in Ecuador, it may be third world to us, but to her, it's home. So, she's like, I don't like it here. It's just too much. It's cold here. It's secluded. Like, we on a compound with his whole family. She said she was raised and she was told that Mormons were like people in a cult, that you see them turning away. Like, don't let them confuse you. Don't let them trick you. They are charlatans and they are false prophets. Like, just don't do it. And to each their own or whatever. So, I'm looking like, what you with that man for? If you think all that. Anyway, so again, she like, I just want to go home to my country with my family, my friends, and be good there. And he should come with me. So she also brings up how, a lot of people will be looking for a man like Corey from my country and would want to come here with him. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So I want to go home. So we see them, they have dinner with his family. His family don't know that he's planning to move to Ecuador with her. They also don't know she going back. But I'm like, they should know because she's on a tourist visa. Anyway, so she brings up how she would never become Mormon, how she hopes, well, she says in her confessional, how she would never want to be Mormon. She wants him to give up his Mormon beliefs. And she's like, it ain't for me. So I'm like, girl. So she does bring up while at dinner with his parents and I think like his sisters or whatever, cousin, how, it's like, yeah, she's leaving in about 2 days. Like, oh, you're leaving? She's like, like, yeah, her visa is up, so she's going back. And she's like, yeah, because it's really secluded here. Like, it's just separate from everything. Like, it's just kind of, because again, you see the background, you see all them trees and shit. Like, that's his house behind them. That's his house, but the whole family, their houses all within these woods. It's like if Jon Snow in the wildlands just put houses in the forest and was living there. That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. So, the mom then said, "Oh, you're gonna go back? So you like come visit us or whatever?" She's like, like not anytime soon. No, like maybe like in like a year or so, but like not soon. No. So the dad then says, "Oh." But if you were here and you had a visa, because she was bringing up how it's like nothing for him to do here. He's always at work or just gone, and she's always in the house. And the dad then said, well, you had a visa to work here. You can like get out the house and like work and go do stuff. You wouldn't have to be just sitting in the house waiting for him to get home. And then, you couldn't even work. He said, well, no, where I'm from, like in my culture, the man provides. Like he provides everything, you know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't have to worry about working because he should be providing for me and I should be at home chilling. And the dad said, but does that only happen when the woman has a baby? And I was like, oh, Okay. So she was like, "Oh, not me. Like, your daughter coming, baby, not me." So, when the ex said, "Ain't that when the wife is a stay at home mom or as a baby?" I was like, "Boom." Okay. Not to say that well, I do feel like if you want to follow tradition, and I do feel like the tradition is the wife is at home because she's taking care of she's like a whole like mother or whatever. I mean, if you at home just shopping, you can go to work. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So Corey then brings up how they kind of have different beliefs, in one way or the other. One because he's like, I wish she was more open to Mormons, like not just not be so closed off from it. And also, you're like, I want kids, and she don't want kids. I'm like, first of all, these are two bombshell things that y'all ain't gonna be able to get through. Y'all may be okay now, but if you want kids and she don't, why are you with her? If you are Mormon, if you were raised Mormon and you don't have any inkling to want to get that up, why would you be with someone who is like completely against it? Like she even said to his parents, like I was raised that Mormons were like false prophets. They were like cult people, and I don't know any of them. She's like y'all are the first Mormons I met. Y'all are great, but however, I was still raised separate to think differently or whatever. I'm like, girl, they were trying to convert you. Anyway, the parents then asked him, like, oh, so like, are you gonna go visit her? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a couple of weeks, like see how it is or whatever, and then see how it goes. He doesn't want to admit he's moving to Ecuador with her. He said because he feels like if he says that his family dynamic will have a big, it'd be crazy, like they won't understand it. I mean, they probably won't because she's the person you're going there for is against everything you were raised to be. I would not want to be with a Mormon. I would not. But I also wouldn't be with one and expect him to change for me. Because those are that's his stuff. That's his thieves. It ain't mine. Okay. So I'm like, girl. So again, his family only think they think she's going back and they're gonna figure things out like with visa stuff or whatnot, not that their son is moving with her. Okay, so I want to see this season. So again, this is season 1, episode 1 of 90 Day Fiance. The other way, I was hoping A1 Mom will be on here. I don't know why, because she married a whole person from another country, and I'm like, I ain't heard from her since. Hopefully, he can kidnap her ass. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I want you guys to enjoy. Comment below in the comment section. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to hit that notification button. And also, have a great day, okay? Peace.